Hello everyone. What I want to look at today is how to play chords on a piano, or relating that knowledge onto the piano roll in Cubase or a DAW. So how we can play chords on the piano or inside a DAW on the piano roll. Now, the way we think of chords, or at least the way I think of them, is more than two notes together. Perhaps three notes is the most common, which we call a triad. So if you think of a triad, because it's tri for three, so we got three notes in there. What we do is put those together on a keyboard, which I'm going to show you in a minute on the screen. The only other thing I'd think of, perhaps before we start writing these down, is actually the two main chord types. When people discuss chords, the two main chord types are major and minor chords. Now, a major chord, for today's lesson, I'll discuss why this is, but for today's lesson, if we just think a major chord sounds relatively happy and a minor chord will sound relatively sad. So you can test yourself on this. If you hear a chord, try and work out if it sounds happy or sad, and then you'll build the relationship of hearing major and minor chords, which is quite a handy skill. Okay, if we look at the piano we got in front of us on the screen, what we've got to do is find out where C is. That's the easiest way to think of the keyboard. If we can find C in the different parts of the keyboard, we can build the chords up from there. But first of all, it's thinking about the musical alphabet, I think, because the musical alphabet goes from A to G and then repeats. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it starts again. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, and that just moves up the keyboard. So if we can find where C is on the piano, we can then work out what all our notes are. So we've got white and black notes on the piano, or keys, so white and black keys. To find C, we're going to look at the black keys. Now, they always work in this sort of sequence where you have two black notes, a group of three black notes, a group of two, a group of three, and that just repeats across. So what I want you to do is find the two black notes. It can be anywhere on the keyboard, so somewhere relatively central on the keyboard. So we find our two black notes, and then we go back one from the two black notes. So there's our two black notes, or black keys, should I call them? Yeah, probably easier to call them keys. So the two black keys, and then we go back one, and that's our C. So that's quite an important one. Once we've got that, we can build everything else up. So again, if I took it from here, we got the two black keys, down one, back one from the two black keys to the left, so just to the left of the two, we've got our C. And then if we took that theory of everything going to G and then back to A, we'd have, because this is C, our next note would be D, E, F, G, and then after G it starts again. So if we took it from this one, we would have C, D, E, F, G, and then it'd be A, B, and there we are, we're on C again. Now, an old friend of mine taught me, because I was trying to explain chords to someone that hadn't ever played the keyboard before, and he showed me a really quick tip, and I think this works really well. So, say we've got a C, and we want to make a major chord, so quite a happy chord. What he mentioned doing was, you take your C, you go up to the next note, so this is including black and white notes, so we take whatever note we're going to start on, which is going to be a C, and we're going to go to the next one, and we're going to count that as 1. And then we've got 2, 3, 4. So he said, count from where you're starting, go to the next note, count that as 1, and count up 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the first note, and to make the next one, he said count up 3. So go again to the next note, that's our 1, 2, 3. And that makes a major chord, so that would be C major. So I think the only sticking point with this is remembering wherever you're starting, you go to the next note, and that's the 1. So the 1 isn't the note you're starting on, it's the next one. So you count up for a major chord, you count up 4, then 3. So if let me choose a different colour on the keyboard. We're going to try this in the piano roll and so we can hear it as well. So if we said we started, let's say it started A. I know this is an A because we've got A, B, C. Okay, so this is an A. I'm going to count up 4 because I'm going to make an A major, sorry. I'm going to count up 4. So this is my A. Here's my next note, which will be 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go to the 3 because I've done the 4. Now I'm going to do the 3. So I'm going to go to the next note, which is 1, 2, 3. So these red ones here, 1. Then I count up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from the next note, it's 3. 1, 2, 3. That makes major. Now, if I was going to make that minor, let's have a look at doing these to minor. So these are going to be more of a sad sound. We'll listen to them in a minute so you can hear them as well. So, okay, we know this is C because it's down 1 to the left from the 2 black notes. So this is our C, and we're going to make this minor. So what I'm going to do now is rather than go count up 4, then 3, I'm going to swap that round. So I'm going to count up 3, and then it's going to be 4 after that. So minor is going to be counting up 3, then 4. So this is my C. We know this is C. I'm going to count up 3. So from the next note, this is 1, 2, 3. And then the next is 4. So from the next note from this, the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got C minor. Let's really quickly, before we get into the piano roll, let's take F. I know this is an F, so, well, here's C, because it's down to the left of the 2 black notes. C, C, D, E, F. F. We're going to make it minor, so we're going to go 3, then 4. So here's F. I'm going to go up 1, because we move to the next note for the 1. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So to the next note, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would be, if I play those orange ones together, would be an F minor. Okay, let's hear that in the piano roll. So what we're going to look at in a future lesson as well is how... Oh, sorry, let me get to a piano roll. Let me get out of here. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll just take that down a minute. Okay, I'll get the piano roll in a second. What we're going to do in a future lesson is show you what chords work well together. So I've made just a blank piano sound, I think. Yeah, just a blank piano sound in Cubase. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that theory we just discussed, how we group those to make our chords. Now, the good thing about Cubase, it actually shows you where C is. So I've got a C here. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's do C major. I'm just going to draw a C in there. And then from there, I'm going to count up the 4. But remember, we go to the next note to count it up. So there's our next note. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next note is going to be 3, because this is C major. So we go to the next note. 1, 2, 2, 3. Sorry. Okay, now, if I play these together... Oh, I've got drums going there as well. Let me just mute those drums out. Ooh. Okay, we got C major. Now, really quickly, let's make a minor. And then I'm going to just discuss what an inversion is, which is sometimes comes up in music as well. Okay, let's choose... we did that was a C major. So remember, C is 4, then 3. Let's go minor. So we're going to go 3, then 4. Okay, so this should sound sadder. So let's choose A, because look, we've got C here. So I know it's A, B, C. A, there's our root note. We call this our root because it's the A. we're going to go up 3. So we go up from the next note. Remember, the next note's 1. 1, 2, 3. And then the next one's 4. Because we're minor, it's 3, then 4. So there's our C. We're going to go up to the next note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that in. And that makes a minor. So the key to this one, obviously practice it, but the key to this one is major, you count up 4, then 3, and a minor, we count 3, then 4. But the way I was doing that, remember, wherever our starting note is, we count up from the next one. So if it's A, it's going to be this A sharp. Okay, now, really quickly, just before the end of this lesson, what I want to do is talk about what we call inversions. And it sounds quite a scary thing, but it really isn't. It's the way we stack the chords. So it's all of the same chords. An inversion would be all of these same chords. Same notes. So A, C, and E is our chord we're working on there for an A minor. Now, if we wanted to make that a first inversion or a different inversion, all we're going to do is take this A. It's still going to be an A, but we're just moving it up what we call an octave, which is the same note, but just higher up. But now our chord becomes C, E, and A. It's still an A minor, but now the bass note or the bottom note is a C. We'd call that first inversion. But if I swap this now, the bass note now, so that C goes up an octave. It's still the same chord. We're still using all of the same notes. We've got an A, C, and E, but now the E is in the bass, and it's exactly the same. We'll listen to them, but that would become a second inversion. And if I stack that differently, and so it's exactly the same chord notes, but we're just stacking them differently, so the bass note is different, and that's what we call an inversion. So I hope that helps you.